To the distinguished university officials present today, headed by Dr. Luis M. Sorolla Jr., to our amiable Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Hilda C. Montaño, to the Alumni President of the Integrated Laboratory School, Mr. Gerald Mahilidad, to our PTA officials, headed by Mrs. Lily Lope, to our guest speaker and our graduation speaker, who will be introduced later, that I will be introducing, we have Lady Ochel, C. Espinosa-Bartolome, members of the faculty, graduating students, junior high school completers, and your respective families, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege to introduce to you a role model of note and a lady of distinction today. Our history dates way back when I was the proctor or the faculty assigned in the room where our distinguished speaker took the high school entrance examinations, and she landed as the top-notcher of her batch, top 1. Our guest of honor is currently the Insights and Research Director in the Philippines and Southeast Asia of Essentia Asia Pacific, the world's leading and most awarded media intelligence and communications organization. She is a distinguished thought leader in the media intelligence industry and frequently represents her organization in various speaking engagements with concentrations in mainstream, social, and integrated media communication from the private sector and the government, both in national and international events. Notably, she has been among the country's top keynote speakers for 2 consecutive years in both the 24th and 25th National Public Relations Congress that discussed the digital media landscape of the Philippines, global public relations technology, and tools to develop in the local arena media measurements, research, and insights. Our speaker has won the highest distinction given to media intelligence and communications practitioners in the Philippines, bagging the Most Valuable Contributor Award for 2 straight years from 2017 to 2018. Remarkably, our guest of honor was the only Filipino speaker invited to talk in the Essential Media Intelligence Asia Conference held in Bangkok, Thailand last year. She has led her organization in award-winning media and communication frameworks and methodologies in recent years, and is the lead strategist in the only Philippine entry that was shortlisted and won the Silver Award for Best Consumer Campaign category in the 2017 International Association for the Measurement and Evaluation of Communication Awards. She has also been nominated and is the top contender to receive the International Jeffress Award for Communications this 2019. She graduated with a degree in political science with concentrations in governance and international relations and a minor in European studies from the Ateneo de Manila University. She has a master's degree in development communication from the University of the Philippines, and as of date is officially a PhD candidate in doctoral communication and also from the University of the Philippines. During the marvelous years she spent at WVSU ILS, before that secondary laboratory school, she has been widely known as a passionate student leader, a champion debater, the undefeated orator and extemporaneous speaker, a champion speech choir moderator, and a highly awarded writer and editor-in-chief of the Blue Quill, among many others. She is the most awarded graduate of West Visayas State University Integrated Laboratory School, Batch 2000, and was highly lauded during her time as the Rotary Club of Iloilo City Boys and Girls Week Girl City Mayor. Actually, she is the last Girl City Mayor from West Visayas State University Integrated Laboratory School. Until now, wala pa kita sang Girl City Mayor. And she was the last. Before I forget, our speaker is the daughter of Mr. Ochel Espinosa and Mrs. Thelma Espinosa of Haro, Iloilo City. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a warm welcome to this year's graduation speaker and guest of honor, the pride of West Visayas State University Integrated Laboratory School, Batch 2000, alumna, Lady Ochel C. Espinosa-Bartolome.
You may sit down, guys. I hope you can see me here, the ones in front. Are we good? Yeah. Everyone ready for this afternoon? Yeah. Alright, let's start the ball rolling. To Dr. Luis Sorolla, University President, the distinguished university officials present as mentioned by Dr. Emily Palomo, of course my dearest Dr. Emily Palomo, Director of the Integrated Laboratory School, and the members of the faculty and staff, especially to my previous teachers, the graduating students from the elementary and junior high school, the class of 2019, the proud parents and their respective families and friends, my fellow alumni from batches before me and after me, and my batchmates from the class of 2000 present here today. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, let's marvel, we swoon, we gape, often we are in awe. Today is such a validation. After all these years, you know, I must have done something right that my alma mater was gracious and generous enough to invite me to speak to you, the new breed of achievers, on the very day you celebrate the culmination of all the years, days, and nights you have spent burning your midnight candles. Nagpulaw-pulaw man ka mo sa una, no? In my line of work, the years I spent building a career in media intelligence and communications, I've spoken in front of various and hundreds to thousands of spectators from the national stage to the international arena. Nothing seems to shatter my confidence or my stage presence. But I tell you, today, particularly this event that is unfolding right before all our eyes, this has snatched me to be right on my toes. Believe me when I say I'm actually nervous, excited, anxious, and overwhelmed rolled into one. This feeling has brought me back to the sense of nostalgia, like the last few seconds before my batchmates and I graced the curtains of the West Visayas State University Cultural Center to recite Faustus, Brazil, which we all won, by the way, and I was the lead conductor of speech and verse choir competitions. This very feeling transports me back to my 14-year-old self. What, 2 years younger sa high school? A few years older sa graduating class. I'm the youngest member of the high school debating team, arguing my way and winning against college students, which, as fate would have it, will be my student teachers eventually. Appeared ko si ma'am. This is exactly the same moment I felt for every oration and extemporaneous speaking contest won all throughout my teens. This is the very same feeling of joy and excitement, of memories, dancing with my batchmates. We called ourselves then Tropang Sayaw. Year after year after year, acquaintance, di ba? Ang contest. See? Sakot ko sa una. This moment right here, this is home. And this is me coming full circle, back to my very roots as a person, as a leader, as a student of life, as Lady Ochel, almost 2 decades in the making. Now let me ask a question, and please respond with a yes or no. Do you know who Oprah Winfrey is? Yeah. Good. I hope your generation knows who Oprah Winfrey is. And I'd like to share with you some of her words that have resonated personally to me. She said that the challenge of life is to build a resume that doesn't simply tell a story about what you want to be, but it's a story about who you want to be. It's a resume that doesn't just tell a story about what you want to accomplish, but why. A story that's not just a collection of titles and positions, but a story that's really about your purpose. Because when you inevitably stumble, when you fail, you find yourself stuck in that hole, that is the exact same story that will get you out. What is your true calling? What is your dharma? What is your purpose? And so I challenge you, the graduating class of 2019, at this point in your lives, what do you do successfully? Think about it. Because so far, you have all reached this point in your lives where you are all meeting and exceeding expectations. But from here on out, you have to switch gears. You cannot draw the path looking forward no matter how many medals you take away today. You cannot draw any path looking forward no matter how many times you win awards. To figure out what you do successfully, you have to figure out what you love to do and what you have conviction about, and go do that. You know, people have expected me to be so many things. Lawyer, journalist, foreign service officer, to name a few. They have placed me to this mold and pedestal that seem to be failure-proof in terms of, setting the bar of expectations. In their narrative, Lady Ochel cannot be anything else. Si Lady Mamuni dapat, si Lady pa, sigurado na naiyak. But when God's plans had it otherwise, and I did not become any of these titles, I know people treated me like I was this frustration, a failure, and that everything I worked hard for up to that point all went down the drain. They say you are only as good as your last battle. So I figured, May mo ko battling? I will gallop back and start a new one. And when I began to win one battle after another, the same people who look down on me are the same people now congratulating my victories. Validation. It was not until a few years ago when I started to see my name alongside the bigwigs of this country, when people have equated my name back to someone who does what she does best in media and communications, at least successfully. When win after win and one award after another have started to ring back to my name, have I realized that I have actually established a brand. And as a thought leader in an industry that I have flourished in. And interestingly, I was using the exact same skill sets when I experienced my setbacks and my failures, now that I am relatively successful. How did that happen? How did I convert my valleys into mountains? I always circled back to what my mother tells me since I was a child. Lady Ochel, there is always room for the bright. And my father would add, it's okay to change your mind from a laser-focused goal as long as you stick to your core. And never let anyone dictate what role you will play in your own life. Because if you are just filling a role, you will be blindsided. Do you agree? This leads us to the elements that I thought I could help in figuring out how you will do what to do successfully. Let's call them the 3 Gs. Isha LTE, 3 Gs. They're grit, generosity, and gratitude. Angela Duckworth delivered a TED Talk and defined grit as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. With grit comes courage and resilience. As graduates of this institution, there is no question you are all academically smart. But I hope you will also psych yourselves to be more mentally tough. Grit isn't about getting an incredible dose of inspiration or courage. It's about building the daily habits that allow you to stick to a schedule and overcome challenges and distractions over and over again. Mentally tough people don't have to be more courageous. They don't have to be more intelligent. They just have to be more consistent. To be mentally tough also means you have to know how to share your knowledge. Do yourselves a favor and imbibe generosity into your daily lives. Give people around you, your parents, your friends, a sense of importance. Be more generous of your time. Be more than just a go-getter. Be a go-giver. Lastly, what cements grit and generosity together is gratitude. Being thankful breeds joy. So choose gratitude over fault finding. Make being grateful an internal part of your thought process. Always, always, always say thank you to your parents, to your friends, to your families, to your teachers, to your student teachers, to anyone and everyone who was, is, and will be part of your life story. Because looking back is the way to go forward. So if we revert back to the question I challenged everyone today, what do you do successfully? I know your answers will be very different from one another, but my personal sentiments ricochet what Oprah Winfrey continues to say. That no matter what challenges or setbacks or disappointments you have encountered along the way, you will find true success and happiness if you have this goal. There really is only one, and that is to fulfill the highest, most truthful expression of yourself as human being. You want to max out your humanity by using your energy to lift yourself up, your family, and the people around you. And with this, I would like to emphasize 3 of the most important things that I carried with me, and I hope you carry this with you too in the next phase of your academic and personal journey, in no particular order. 1. First of all, it bears repeating. What you have now is the quality of education you have received from West Visayas State University Integrated Laboratory School. Academic battles beyond contestation. I went to Ateneo de Manila University in college, and I'm the only one from our high school batch who went there. But I was blessed to be treated by my peers as equals, despite being the probinsyana or the ilunggagid that I am proud to be. Because I had more than enough on my knowledge bank. Kung isa ka sako sang alam ilabalon, sobra pa sa isa ka sako ginpabalon sang west sa akon. And with that education, I also mean exposure. The exposure to all possible opportunities, from sports to journalism, from arts to dance, from science to math, from home economics, cooking, to public speaking. The exposure I received from the high school debating team, as adjutant in our CAT, as officer in several organizations and the high school student council, as lead conductor in competitive verse choir, champion, orator, whatever, or extemporaneous speaker, as editor-in-chief of the Blue Quill and the Rotary Club of Iloilo City Boys and Girls Week Girl Mayor. None of those would have happened if not for the exposure and plethora of opportunities that this academic institution gave me and my peers. And for that, I will be eternally, eternally grateful. My only hope is that you were able to maximize all the opportunities thrown at your feet by your teachers. And if not, may you learn to take advantage or leverage on the ones that are yet to come. So that's your first key takeaway: education and exposure. Second, you look at the ones at your right, look at the ones at your left, in front of you, or at your back. Who are they? They are your batchmates. Your high school or your elementary batchmates and schoolmates are some of the most awesome people in your life. Because they are in my life. Do you agree? I tell you, my batchmates and my schoolmates, they are the friends who you do not need to explain yourself to. They're the ones who will tell it to your face if you've done something innately stupid in your life. Life's decisions. But they too will be the first ones who will stick by you when gravity hits you hard and you are pulled down to the lowest possible position on earth. When you begin to consider yourself as a failure and you may be lost for a while, your batchmates will be the ones who will never judge you. They're the ones who will always celebrate every ounce and inch of success and accomplishments you have in the journey of your peaks and valleys. Believe me when I say that 2 decades from now, you will still talk about the same things and laugh at the same jokes and experience, even if you've heard of the same stories for more than 100 times. From occasions like birthdays, pamiesta sa haro, sa buray, sa oton, fiesta. Yeah, in high school, you'll soon attend your debut parties, your college graduations for the elementary, your high school graduations, and as you attend each other's weddings and your children's birthdays. Trust me, guys, liwat-liwat lang ang tanan nga storya, pero tudo-tudo yapon ang kadlaw kag sinadya. So, take care of each other. Genuinely engage with one another. And if along the way you lose some, I hope you don't burn your bridges permanently. Because after all, you are and will always be collectively called as West Visayas State University Integrated Laboratory School Class of 2019. The third, you will carry with you that commonality of being part of the WVSU community. That very sense of commonality will help you forge connections. And when you forge these connections could turn into lasting relationships. Wherever you go, or whatever stature in life you reach, it could all start by saying, "Taga-West ka? Taga-West mo ko?" Imagine how beautiful the conversation that will follow will be. You will now have that connection with the batches that came before you. And please, pay that forward to the batches after you. I know I said 3, but there's actually a 4th. And this may not apply to all. But if you get lucky, just as lucky, in the same batch or in the same community. You may just find that one person you will also get to spend the rest of your life with. It happened to me. So it could happen to me. It could also happen to you. You know, I first met my most favorite person on earth, Dr. Ernesto A. Bartolome IV, when we were freshies and about to begin our teens in that one Molave class under Sir Romeo Espijon of school year 1996 to 1997. My life's journey is only a speck of the entire universe, but this could be summarized in one statement. From my achievements in my teens, to my challenges, setbacks, and failures in my 20s, and now the realization of my goals and triumphs in my 30s. The words of Sam Walton could say it all, and this I tell you, the graduating class of 2019. Swim upstream, go the other way, ignore the conventional wisdom. If everybody else is doing it one way, there is a good chance you can find your niche by going in exactly the opposite direction. Again, I am Lady Ochel Espinosa. Apparently, I am also now a Bartolome. And before I became an alumna of the University of the Philippines and the Ateneo de Manila University, just like you, I am and will always be proud to call myself Taga West. To the West Visayas State University ILS class of 2019, go, forge on, and fly higher. Congratulations. Thank you very much and good afternoon.
Congratulations and thank you so much, Lady Ochel. Lady Ochel C. Espinosa-Bartolome, alumna, West Visayas State University, Integrated Laboratory School Batch 2000, will now receive the plaque of appreciation. To be given by Dr. Luis M. Sorolla Jr., President for West Visayas State University, to be assisted by Dr. Emily G. Palomo, Director, Integrated Laboratory School, Dr. Hilda C. Montaño, Dean, College of Education, and Mr. Gerald A. Bahilidad, President, ILS Alumni Association. The plaque of appreciation reads, West Visayas State University, College of Education, Integrated Laboratory School, La Paz, Iloilo City, the Philippines, presents this plaque of appreciation to Lady Ochel C. Espinosa-Bartolome, alumna, West Visayas State University, ILS, Batch 2000, for her time and gift of person to inspire the junior high school completers and the elementary graduates of Batch 2019 as guest speaker during the Integrated Laboratory School closing exercises given this 27th day of March in the year of our Lord 2019 at the Iloilo Convention Center, Mega World Mandurriao, Iloilo City, the Philippines. Signed, Dr. Emily G. Palomo, Director, ILS, Dr. Hilda C. Montaño, Dean, College of Education, and Dr. Luis M. Sorolla Jr., President for West Visayas State University. Dr. Emily G. Palomo, Director, ILS, will now present the candidates for graduation.